Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kwolek here at the Oak Mountain Denture and Implant Center. Just wanted to help out with another question that we get all the time here in the clinic. And that is, if I'm missing one tooth or multiple teeth in an arch, but not all of them need to be replaced, what are the different options to replace them and how do they compare? So back in the day, you were kind of down to two options when this happened. Let's start with this big old play school version of a set of teeth. We got the bone right here, the gums right here, some nerves and some vessels. Now, say this tooth is missing, so all we have left is a socket, right? This is what it would look like above the surface. Got that gap that we need to fill. All right, so old school option number one is that we go ahead and we take off the cap of this and the cap of that. You use a little burr, right, with a handpiece, and you go, and then we put what's called a bridge over the top of it, right? So we're using these two guys as supports, and all of a sudden, from a normal person's perspective, looking into your gums, it just looks like you've got your teeth there, and they work great. There's nothing wrong with these. They're fantastic, and they've stood the test of time. The downside is, if you've got neighboring teeth that are in nice shape, then you've just cut them down for nothing. The other part is, if they're in bad shape, they may not be eligible to help you with this, because this thing may be loose, this thing may be loose, and then the whole thing just comes out. Okay, so that's something to look out for. We talked about the bridge, right? That's something that stays in the mouth 24/7. It's cemented in. The other traditional option you have is called the partial, right? Some of you have heard of this. It's short for partial denture. So much like a denture, we have one acrylic appliance, right, that contains many teeth. But unlike a full denture, it's partial because you have cutaways here. So what we're doing is we're attaching to your current healthy teeth to stabilize it. So it's not going to flip and flop around like a lower denture would, for example, because it doesn't really need suction. Now, the key there is healthy teeth. We talked about that a little bit. We need to have something that's not swaying in the wind. You don't want something with a bunch of cavities, because what's going to happen is you're popping this guy in and out every day. One of these times, that tooth's going to go right across the room. And not only are you out of tooth, your partial now does not have anything to hold on to. So you wasted your money. That's not what we need. So before we ever install anything like this, we're checking all the teeth to make sure they're in great shape. Now these come in a couple different varieties. Another really popular one is called the cast metal partial. So it has this metal frame here that's super, super strong and rigid. And that's a big deal for people who really want to get their chewing power maximized. They want to get back into those steaks. This is the tool right here. You know, they're old school, but they work great. And the nice thing about partials in general is, you know, you can take one appliance and you can replace many, many teeth, 2, 4, 7, just as long as you've got some support there. You can fill a gap here and here and here, and we're not sitting there nickel and diming you, you know, add a tooth, minus a tooth. You pay one price for the arch to fill all the gaps and you're done. Now, obviously, there are some downsides here, biggest one being it's removable. For some people, that's a psychological thing. You don't want something that pops in and out. You just want something that stays and you don't have to worry about it. That's, you know, that's a major consideration for some people, and that's worth talking about. Other big one is you got clasps. So famously, there are some designs of partials where it shows up in the mouth, and it's something that you have to think about when you smile. Now, depending on which teeth you're missing and which we're replacing, we may be able to get a little crafty with it and make sure that it's not really showing up. But it is something to think about. So it may not be the very, very top of the line option, but for a lot of people where budget is the concern, this is a nice way to get those gaps in your smile filled. Okay? Now, that brings us to the modern gold standard option for replacing your teeth, right? So we're gonna go right back to this old model right here that we have, this big thing. So we're back with the bone and the teeth and the gap. So instead of cutting down these perfectly happy neighbors, what can we do? Well, nowadays, if we have the bone right here to pull it off, or if we have to graft some bone, which we offer at Oak Mountain, boom, we have a metal root, right? We install this metal root a lot of times in half an hour, 20 minutes, 45 minutes. It's not usually a big deal. We install this metal root, we're gonna let it heal for a little bit, and then what we're gonna do is put a crown on it. Now, this is a silly little model. In real life, it will look identical to its neighboring teeth. And now you've got nothing to worry about because it's just gonna be something that you treat like any other tooth. You floss it, you brush it, You're going to forget it's there until you pass through TSA and you look up on the machine and ooh, there it is. But guess what? Your smile will be indistinguishable and you won't have to do anything to these neighboring teeth. It is the most set it and forget it treatment we have to replace teeth, and it is awesome. It is the best way to go. And here at Oak Mountain, we are expertly giving you the surgery and the prosthetic part all in one place. We take care of all of it. The extractions, any bone grafting you need, any implanting you need, and then the beautiful smile, okay? So that's what we do. No matter what the option is best for you, we're happy to supply it. We are not going to push you one way or the other. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody has a different story. So whatever your budget is, your timeline, your price range, we got to be able to have a conversation and figure out what gets you where you need to go. If that's something you're interested in, then give us a call at 205-677-5111. We would be so honored to serve you. Thanks so much for watching and have a blessed day.